when you look at things, though, when you're a base runner, and the White Sox, when I came over from the Orioles, they were still doing that. And a couple of the guys told me, I'm running when I think there's a breaking ball coming, and I'm running when I see that it's low and it's being delivered to home plate, and I go.
Yeah.
And with few chances did they get caught. But for the most part, they were safe all the time, it seemed like.
A 1-2 count on Sanchez, man on first base. White Sox leading here in the top of the fifth inning, 2-0. Moncada leans at first base. Throw over there, has him diving back without a tag from Marte. White Sox with 2 runs, 3 hits. As we look across the line for the Angels, no runs, no hits, no errors. Stranded a runner. Once again, Pena set, stares at the home plate area. There goes the runner from first. Another foul away off to the left by Sanchez. So Moncada on a straight steal that time is going to head back to first, taking his time as he's getting a little tired.
Did you ever do that where you ran on 2 or 3 consecutive pitches, he fouled them out, you said, I'm not running now, I'm getting tired?
Well, I have definitely done it, and it's been on 3-2 counts where you have to run no matter what. You don't get to say, I'm not running anymore. You have to go. And right now it is a 1-2 count. Moncada does not have to run unless the manager keeps putting on a steal. You don't have a voice. So Moncada again away from first. A quick pitch to the plate. A fly ball playable to left field. Upton started in, now steps back and toward the line and makes the grab. With Moncada halfway to second base, he heads back to first.
Well, Sanchez was in swing mode after a while. He was swinging the pitches. That was out of the strike zone and up. The ones, 2 of them they fouled off, those were out of the strike zone as well.
Yeah. Battle mode.
Yeah, you're ready to go, and you're going to say, if it's around home plate, I'm going to jump on it.
A Saturday, August 11th, come celebrate Jim Thome Day with the White Sox as they take on the Indians. The first 20,000 fans to enter the ballpark will receive a Jim Thome Hall of Fame bobblehead presented by Wintrust. Here's Jose Abreu, base hit and an RBI walk. He takes a fastball outside for ball 1.
One of the few fastballs thrown on pitch 1 because the catcher, Maldonado, thought that the runner might be going. That's the only reason he threw that fastball.
I like it, and it was off the corner, which isn't a true pitch out, but it is a good throwing pitch. Abreu hit his 14th home run of the season last night out of here to right center field. Got a big lead, leans towards second, a throw over there. He dives back ahead of the tag from Marte. Looking at the defense for the Indians, they look like they're a little bit tired of standing around out there.
Look at Calhoun and right. He's bored.
You got the hand on the hip by the center fielder. You got the hand on the hip for the left fielder. Just waiting for him to dip. It's a song. You don't get it. Anyway, the pitch to Abreu, lifted high down the right field line. Could be playable for Calhoun. He drifts into foul territory toward the fence, reaches over the wall. And I believe it's off his glove and into the seats, so that is just a foul ball and a souvenir for the front row.
I think that fan interfered with him. The fan tried to catch the ball, and I think the fan may have blocked him from getting it.
That was off of his glove first, as we see on the replay. He just dropped it.
And then the guy got punched in the stomach.
A man down, yeah.
Watch this slow motion. Look out over there.
So Calhoun, an opportunity, and he had a clean effort once we saw a replay.
Yes,
just didn't catch it. So
Abreu to make that one pay.
Oh, yeah, Abreu with new life. A 1-1 count. Moncada leads away and dives back just ahead of the tag and throw over. Marte a little late with the swipe tag.
That was a lot closer than I thought.
Moncada. The lead he has, you can tell he wants to run again. Abreu needs to take advantage of any mistake if the pitcher's worried about the runner. Here we go. Pena holds the ball. Here's the pitch. High fly ball, jam shot to shallow left field. Coming in, Upton with the routine play. He'll reach up and make the grab for out number 3. 1 out walk stranded at first base for the White Sox here in their half of the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th with White Sox leading the Angels 2-0.
Everyone needs to pay more attention on Illinois roads, especially at crosswalks, in school zones, and high traffic areas. It's a matter of life or death. Learn more at lifeordeathillinois.com.
What if people had a battery level icon, like on your phone? You'd see a lot of us in need of a recharge. Thank goodness there's 5-Hour Energy, because just one sugar-free vitamin-packed 5-Hour Energy shot can get you all the way back to 100% fast. And isn't life better at 100%? 5-Hour Energy. Get back to 100%. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
Every car has 3 areas that need to be cleaned: the outside, the inside, and the one that matters most, the engine. The engine you can leave to top-tier Citgo Tri-Clean gasoline. Tri-Clean is designed to keep valves and fuel injectors free of performance-robbing deposits and keep emissions to a minimum. The other 2, the ones covered in bugs and mud and fur and sticky who-knows-whats, well, they're all yours. To keep your car clean where it counts, fill up with top-tier Citgo Tri-Clean gasoline. Citgo, fueling good.
Hey everyone, Ravinia summer is here. Don't miss artists like the Beach Boys, Mary J. Blige, the Righteous Brothers, Trombone Shorty, John Hyatt, Culture Club, Buddy Guy, yes, Johnny Lang, Tony Bennett, Johnny Rivers, and so many more. Pack your cooler and grab some friends because Ravinia is waiting for you. Get your tickets exclusively at ravinia.org. That's ravinia.org. Hey, see you on the lawn.
The White Sox scored a couple of runs in the 3rd inning. One, a sacrifice fly. Another, a bases-loaded walk to Abreu. That's how we stand. 2-0, bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch, curveball for ball 1 to Albert Pujols. 0-for-1, a line out to shortstop. Shift is on. Moncada plays up the middle. Right-handed batter awaits the pitch from Rodon. Chopper down the third base line. Fair ball, backing up, making the grab is Yolmer Sanchez. He makes a long throw to get Albert by a few strides.
That amazes me that a third baseman could back up on a ball like that, Darren, and gun out another player from that far removed from home plate. And the throw was right on the money.
Yeah, you know, I used to sit here as a fan, not here, but at Dodger Stadium in the seats and watch those outfielders throw the ball from center field to right field, warm up in between innings, play catch, and go, wow, they make that look so easy. It's so far.
Then you were one of them.
And then I'm realizing, you know, it's not as far as I thought when you're an adult.
No.
Change up misses in.
Then when you become a grandfather, then it gets further.
Oh, well, let me just say, as a little kid, it looks like that was just forever. So when you watch a third baseman make that throw across the infield, you realize, it's not as far as it looks from here. There's a strike called on Ian Kinsler. Stands in at home plate, 0-for-1 and a 1-1 count. You know, again, if you were to actually go out and stand on the street and say 60 feet 6 inches and play catch, there's a lot of people go, that's far. Swing at a slider in the dirt, back to the screen it goes, and they count 1-2 on Kinsler.
Evidence of that could have been in that tunnel in Seattle where they had the pitching rubber and then 60 feet 6 inches. It's a little further than what people think. They go, is that really it? Yeah, why would they put it out there if, you know, you could actually go out there and throw in inclement weather if they don't close the roof. You know, you're out there playing catch during batting practice.
Yep.
Get the catcher out there, get some work rather than go to the bullpen.
There's a swing and a miss at a slider to Kinsler, who is now tagged out as the ball hit the dirt for strikeout number 5 for Rodon.
Another strikeout brought to you by PPG Paints, the best pitchers in baseball. They paint the corners. The best painters pick PPG Paints.
Carlos had some depth. He's using the curveball now instead of just the slider.
I like that hook. That's part of the facts of the game. They're sponsored by the Pre-Clip Fitters Local. That's 280 Wine, saving Chicago land lives and property from fire for over 100 years, friends.
Here's Jeffrey Marte. Marte 0-for-1, a ground out to the shortstop. First pitch from Carlos, changeup, just drops out of the strike zone low, I guess. You don't agree with that, huh?
I mean, I don't see pitch cast, but I'm going to tell you something. That had to cross home plate in the air, knee high. Because it was caught by Narvaez low, but it had to be a strike before it got there.
There's a swing and a changeup, squibbed up the first base line, foul, and they count 1-1.
Rodon over the last 3 starts has been not as generous as you'd think with the rhetorical rant or the look to the home plate umpire. But, you know, for the most part, he's right most of the time.
Yeah. You and I talk about that all the time. When I see a pitcher stare in at the home plate umpire as if to say, where was that? Look, the pitcher knows the strike zone, and they don't say that if the ball generally is like 6 inches off the plate going, where was that? They know where it was. It was not a strike. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball, third base, foul. Thank goodness.
I had a disagreement with one of my catchers once that was sitting, I wanted to throw a strike on every pitch. And if I got someone 0-2, it was usually same side batter, right-handed batter to me, a right-hand pitcher. I tried to throw that two-seam fastball off the plate away, the tail back to get the corner. If I threw it in the glove, it should have been a strike. Well, one of the catchers came to me and he goes, I'm sitting up outside that corner. I said, well, then don't do that anymore.
Right, yeah. Here's the 1-2. 2-hopper, 3-hopper, picked nicely by Anderson at shortstop, the long throw, in time to get Jeffrey Marte for out number 3 here in the 5th inning. Carlos Rodon, he is on a run, folks. He has retired the last 13 batters he has faced. Here we go. We go to the top of the 6th inning, and the White Sox lead 2-0.
In a galaxy far, far away,
actually in Marion,
there was a threat to all mankind.
Well, maybe not all mankind.
A computer was about to explode.
Okay, so maybe not explode, but there was a computer on the fritz. Same difference.
Fortunately, the Sci-Fi guy was close by. He heard his number being dialed. In the blink of an eye, the Sci-Fi guy was there fixing the computer.
Okay.
For Southern Illinois Wireless Internet isn't a superhero in real life, but they might as well be. So the next time your computer's on the fritz, call the nerds first. Call the people who are reliable, fast, dependable, trustworthy, smart, and locally owned at the first sign of trouble. For Southern Illinois Wireless Internet, don't cry. Call the Sci-Fi guy at 997-7494. That's 997-SCI-Y. 997-SIWI.
Okay.
So, do you think the Wildcats will win?
Well, of course they'll win, and you can take that to the credit union.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you know how people say you can take that to the bank. Well, I moved my savings and checking to the SIU Credit Union. I get a better rate, don't have to pay all those bank fees, you know.
Now that's catchy.
Now I say you can take that to the credit union. Break free from your bank. Join the move to the SIU Credit Union. Check us out online at siucu.org. Membership required, federally insured by NCUA.
Adam Hogue back in Chicago with the scoreboard update. Dodgers and Phillies tied at 4 in the 12th inning in Philadelphia. Pirates get their 11th victory in a row, 9-4 over the Indians in Cleveland. We go back out to Anaheim with Ed and DJ.
All right, thank you very much as we get to work here on the top of the 6th inning, and we got a good one, folks. The White Sox lead it 2-0, top of the 6th inning. Back with the play-by-play. Here's Ed.
All right, Dan, thanks. Nice inning you got in there. It's the White Sox, as you mentioned, 13 in a row. Rodon has retired. And that one in there, I believe, for strike 1 on Abaciel Garcia. We're in the 6th. The White Sox leading 2-0 on 3 hits. Garcia waits to swing a bouncing ball up the middle. Backhanded by the second baseman. Dropped the ball. Quick throw to first. He's safe. Kinsler couldn't get him there, and once he booted the ball, Garcia never stopped running. He's safe at first base.
Well, Garcia will never run easily to first base. He always runs very hard. And I don't know what they're scoring that. I haven't seen it, but it should be an error.
Yes, sir.
And nice hustle by Garcia to have the leadoff man aboard here in the 6th.
I don't know what they're scoring that either. They have yet to decide. Well, I'm giving it an error on the second baseman.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good second baseman. That was a pretty routine backhand play for him. And, I got to give that an error personally, and I believe they finally did.
This is charted territory for one Felix Pena on the mound. And here's a swing and a line drive left center. That's a base hit over to get a Trout to turn at second by Abaciel. The throw going there, going to be close. He is safe at second, on to second base with no problem as Omar Narvaez. Give him a single. He takes second on the throw to third base. Not an error, but that's a difficult chance that is for Trout.
Yeah, I don't blame Trout for throwing that one to third base because he was in a position to put on a good, strong throw, and it's going to be a very close play. But Avi Garcia, let's be realistic. he's always going to run extremely hard and take advantage of any opportunity to get an extra base, and that's what he did there.
I'm not saying he was safe by a bunch, but he was safe.
Yes.
I mean, a half an inch maybe he was safe, because when Fletcher got it, he tagged him, and he ran into the tag, but his foot was on the base.
Yeah, and you know that contact that just took place, Ed, it's one of those times where you have to run into a guy because you can't pop up and avoid. You have to keep contact with a bag.
Yep.
And really it forces your body to actually stay there, run into whatever and whomever's in the way, and make sure that you don't lose contact with that base, because the tag is going to continually be put on you.
Exactly right.
They don't remove the glove anymore.
No, they don't. Another note on Garcia, he was running at full speed for someone who just off the disabled list with sore hamstring all year almost. And Davidson at home plate with runners at second and third. Time to add on to that 2-0 lead. And the pitch to Matt. Broken back ground ball up the middle. Simmons coming home with a throw, and he's out. He's Garcia at home plate. That's a nice play by Dalton Simmons, the shortstop. Boy, came up there, and he was predisposed to go there as well.
Yeah, no, he's a Gold Glove shortstop that's going to know what to do before the ball's ever hit to him. But, you know, I don't know what happened to Avi on that one. The infielder was playing in enough, and it was hit right to the shortstop. But he could have easily been deceived with that barrel of the bat flying towards shortstop, too.
There's a good point.
You could be distracted going, I'm running, but I don't know what's going on here, because the ball's rolling, the bat's rolling, and you can kind of get thrown off by that.
You know what's bad? When you're going bad, you're not getting outs. When a guy breaks his bat like that and the barrel of the bat goes up and it's hit far and the shortstop comes to get it and the ball hits the bat second time and you're going, oh, okay, this is over. I better get another job. There's Nicky Delmonico. Now there's runners at first and second instead of first and third, or second and third, I should say. We pitch to Nicky. That's outside, ball one. I don't know why you frame that, because that's 3 or 4 inches off the plate.
Yeah, I don't have the answer for that one. Noe Ramirez warms in the bullpen for the Angels.
Noe's got some long hair out there. The 1-0. That's at the base of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike on Delmonico. They have their own barber come to the ballpark now. Do you know that?
Oh, absolutely.
Chefs.
Why go out in the public if you don't have to, right?
Bicycle people driving them around on that pedicab.
Absolutely.
Sparklers going. The 1-1. Swinging a high fly ball to center. Trout will deal with this. And Narvaez at second will get a half a stride away from the bag at second, basically. He's back there, and now there's 2 outs. This inning was going real good until the runner was thrown out at home. Because if he stays put, that's a sacrifice fly and an RBI.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm looking at Avi Garcia in that situation. It doesn't look good because it's an easy out at the plate.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he was not told to just go on contact, but he probably just misread it like we were talking.
Remember, not a lot of time played this year being on the disabled list as long as he was, and that can be a little rust on your thoughts as well as how you participate.
Broken bat distraction. That's what I'm calling that base running.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 outs, runners at first and second for Tim Anderson.
Dining while enjoying a breathtaking view of Guaranteed Rate Field from the Huntington Bank Stadium Club. Memberships are available to season ticket holders, and also they're perfect for non-game day events, including weddings and corporate parties. Just, you know what? You call 312-674-1000 to get more information.
Skipper Mike Sosha on our monitor talking with pitching coach Charles Nagy as there was a mound visit by the catcher as well as the middle infielders, but at the corners they stay put with Fletcher at third and Marte over at first. They're going, yeah, we're not going in there.
You pitched against Mike Sosha, didn't you?
Yeah.
His last year, he came to the Padres, and his locker was right next to mine in spring training.
Great guy.
Spring training, and then I got traded, and I think he didn't end up playing that year, but we ended up going our separate ways. But, yeah, we'd sit there and talk all the time.
1 ball, no strikes on Tim Anderson, the 1-0. He went around on a breaking pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Home plate umpire Pat Holberg wants to put another baseball in play. I don't blame him.
You see the right fielder shading the line against Anderson, and the left fielder plays shallow, very shallow. Anything hit deep toward the warning track, there's no way Upton gets back to it.
No. And how about left center?
Yeah, left center, he's got a really good chance, Anderson, to fill that gap and just keep on running.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 6th inning, 2-0 White Sox. At second base, Narvaez And over at first is Matt Davidson. And the pitch, Anderson fouls that one out of play. Hit his pitch to hit and fouled it out. I went to the middle level here at Anaheim Stadium. This is a beautiful ballpark, folks. If you're coming to Disneyland, go to Disneyland. Come here for the night game after that. I'm not sure which one is the best amusement park either.
Here or Disneyland?
Yeah.
What about Knott's Berry Farm?
No, I'm not putting Knott's in there.
That's fine.
I went to Knott's Berry Farm once. That was enough.
Great place, man.
How much jelly do you want? Next one to Anderson. Muscled in the left center field, dropping fast. Upton coming on, reaches out, makes the catch. He took away a base hit. Closing speed for Justin Upton. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, an error, and 2 left. The runner thrown out at home. Halfway through the 6th, it's 2-0 White Sox.
Hi, friends. This is Ed Farmer, voice of the Chicago White Sox and an organ transplant recipient. Loyola Medicine Transplant Program is one of the largest in Illinois, providing life-saving care for patients in need of bone marrow, heart, lung, liver, kidney, and pancreas transplants. From single to multi-organ transplants, our specialists work together to deliver an evidence-based approach to care that leads to outstanding results. At Loyola, we place the physical and emotional needs of each patient above all else, treating body and soul. Visit LoyolaMedicine.org. Loyola Medicine, we also treat the human spirit.
You know how some people just seem destined for greatness? Take the story of Dustin. As a child, he was obsessed with being a professional baseball player. Played constantly, watched all the games, could tell you every stat. But around age 42, Dustin realized he was not one of those people destined for greatness. Never was a strong hitter, that Dustin. However, he did save a bunch of money on car insurance by switching to Geico, proud partner of Major League Baseball. Now that was some greatness Dustin was destined for.
Welcome back to the White Castle Shopping Channel. Today we're showcasing 12 all-white meat chicken rings for only $2.99. We have a caller. Mark, you're on the air.
I'm thinking of proposing to my girlfriend, and these rings look perfect.
Ooh, we got a Craver Casanova. The ring, the symbol of love. Get her 12 rings for $2.99.
I'm afraid of commitment.
They're only $2.99, Mark. Put a ring on it.
White Castle. Now that's a bold move. Limited time, tax extra.
Marquette Bank is Chicagoland's home lender. Call 708-364-2525 or find them online. Get your home mortgage with Marquette Bank.
The catcher spot due up here in the 6th inning for the Halos. White Sox leading 2-0. With 2 runs across in the 3rd. We're in the 6th. As Martin Maldonado leading it off, then Cole Calhoun, the right fielder, and then top of the order with David Fletcher, the 3rd baseman. Rodon has retired the last 13. White Sox 2 runs, 3 hits. And the Angels have an error on the pitch to Martin Maldonado. That's low for ball 1. He has looked in many times as Rodon, and that's no exception there to check the umpire to see if he knows what he's doing, and I'm sure he does. He has thrown a total of 65 pitches as Carlos. And the 1-0 to Maldonado. Bounced on the ground to 3rd. Yomer has that. A skip puts it back in the glove and throws to 1st. And not sure how fast Maldonado is, but he didn't look like he was cruising too much to 1st.
I'll at least give him. He's a catcher, a big leg catcher at that. Yeah. So, you know, it's hard for him to run real fast to 1st.
14 straight retired by Carlos, and now here's the 9th place hitter, Cole Calhoun. One at bat he'd like to forget was that strikeout in the 3rd inning. By the way, this is his 2nd at bat, and it's in the 6th.
Oh, yeah. 1 base runner in the game for the Angels, a walk to Trout back in the 1st.
And Trout walked, then he swiped 2nd, and that's where he came to rest before getting his glove and going to center. I pitched to Cole Calhoun, foul back. I knew he was locked and loaded. And that strike 1 swinging, fouled it off. That was a good swing, too.
Oh, yeah. That's why Calhoun took a little look at the sky, walk around, going, are you kidding me? I missed that. Now it's going to get tough. Trust me, hitters think that way. It's like that was my 1 pitch because this guy's locked in.
Rodon trying to make it 2 outs in a row and 15 straight. Calhoun in his wake, and here's the pitch upstairs. That's the one he checked his swing at and still went around for strikeout the first time and only time up. Why they didn't swing at that? Because he couldn't hit it either.
That's it.
Sixth inning, White Sox 2 runs in the 3rd, and that is it. Next one to Calhoun. That's on the inside corner for strike 2, and he got the bad word from the umpire. Shoulders dropped and his head dropped, and he's going, oh no, not again. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Angels this year are 9-19 against left-handed starters.
And the 1-2 to Cole Calhoun. The line drive to right coming on. Avi Garcia reaches out, makes the catch. Yikes, I thought it was their first hit.
Wow, what a quick read by the right fielder, Avi Garcia, and the commitment to come in and snatch that one. I mean, right at shoe top high.
By the way, I watched Adam Engel. He was well behind him in the right center field.
What a great play for your pitcher as Rodon immediately took his cap off and tipped it and doffed it toward his right fielder.
2 outs, and here's David Fletcher. I think Gilmer needs to get up a little bit because Fletcher, who knows, could bunt. That one's a strike called 0-1 on David Fletcher. He's been up twice, a grounded to third, and one of the strikeouts Rodon has recorded tonight. And he's got 5 of them. We're in the 6th. Sox leading 2-0. Glad you're with us tonight. First one to Fletcher. That's called strike 2. He was looking away, and that pitch was on the inner half.
Well, mentioned 9-19 against left-handed starters this year. The Angels, they also came in hitting .219 97. We talked about as the game goes, all of a sudden he's pumping that fastball up there at the highest rate of speed.
When you go to the bench and they go, how's he throwing now? No, it's not good. It's a lot faster. That slider missed down, 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that had 88 miles attached to it. Narvaez, the catcher, comes out to get that baseball as the new one's put in play.
You know, after a guy fouls off your 97-mile-an-hour heat, the perfect pitch right after it is the slider.
Yep. Well, you'd like to make it look like it's going to be over.
Yes.
On the 1-2, that's a little spinner down the first base side. The line, that is, and that's out of play. The count's still at 1-2. On a hometown product, basically, Cypress, California, Cypress High School for David Fletcher. I mean, you're not 20 minutes away from Cypress right here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Infield plays him the pull on the left side. Fletcher waits, and the 1-2 inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The hotel here, how is it? Because we stay at only the best places. How's this one here in Southern California?
It's the best place, man. I mean, you just said it.
They still leave you guys free tickets to get into Disneyland?
I don't know what you're talking about. Never had that in my life.
Really?
No.
I had it. Oh, yeah. That one's inside. The count runs full at 3-2 on Fletcher. He was ahead 1-2 or 0-2, and now it's 3-2.
Well, you're letting all our secrets out. You know, people are listening.
Hey, it's not our fault. Don't hate.
Oh, man, I'm not, but you know. No, you guys can't get on board the free ticket train.
I went over there and got on the donkey ride, and then I couldn't get on it anymore because my feet were dragging. No, they were. Here's the 3-2 pitch. He walked him. Ahead 0-2 and walked him. That's their second base runner, a walk to Fletcher. And now coming to home plate, Simmons, the shortstop.
The first 25,000 people who attend a White Sox game will receive a game card courtesy of Jewel Osco with a coupon for $10 off a purchase of $100 or more. Jewel Osco, local since 1899. Get your tickets at 866 Sox Game.
So Rodon with 2 walks in the game will deal with Simmons, and this is a dangerous guy from this standpoint. We don't know what he's going to do at home plate, but we know one thing he will do. He'll swing down at a fastball. Runner at first, and the pitch to Simmons, fouled, strike 1. That was a slider that could have hit him in the right kneecap. That may have done that.
He swung down at that.
Yes, he did. He's adjusting that knee guard on his right knee.
So, talked about this as a team that hits .219 against left-handed pitchers.
Yeah.
Not this guy. He comes in a .299 hitter against lefties. You know, the guy that's above him is Trout at .329.
He's hitting .303 coming into this game, and he's 0 for 2 with a grounded to third and a strikeout. His stance gives you the illusion at home plate that he's open, but his upper body is closed. The 1-strike pitch, that's fouled at a play to the right. Now he's ahead of him 0-2. He does that thing that we talk about at home plate where they see him chop down, but he does it differently than a lot of guys do from the aspect that when he swings down at a breaking pitch, he can foul it off. Most of the time you swing down at a breaking pitch, you're going to miss it.
Yeah, well, let's say this about him. You don't hit over 300 and swing and miss a whole bunch. Matter of fact, he's only struck out 17 times this year.
And he's got 1 in this game as this one's fouled out of play, and he went to 1 knee to foul that one out of play. Count's still 0-2 on Dalton Simmons, their shortstop.
Yeah, he's one of the hardest in Major League Baseball to strike out.
I'm looking to tomorrow's game, pitching for the White Sox tomorrow. Shields will go against Tyler Skaggs with a pregame show, 8:35 with Andy Mazur. 9 o'clock, we're going to have the lineups. Darren will call those, and we'll call the first pitch somewhere around 9:10, maybe 9:07 or 9:08. The next one to Simmons, that's a swing and a chopper over the mound. That's got the center field all to itself. That's their first hit. Fletcher goes for third. The throw there is late, and they've got Simmons caught away from first. The throw back there, they got him. So Simmons gets the hit, and he's out on the throw from center field to the third baseman, back to the first baseman, and that'll do it for the Halos. No runs, a walk, a hit, and a runner overruns first, gets halfway to second. They throw back to backdoor him over there at first base, and he's out 7-5-3. And they leave a runner. On to the seventh, it's 2-0 White Sox.
I love it when a customer comes up to me and says, "Now, Brad, how long does warranty